Good day, this is Professor Will, CBMD PhD. And today's Friday, April 1st, 2022. It is 3:34 and 48 seconds, a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today's research, zinc. So let's hop to it here. The burst of accumulated zinc shows how the mineral boosts immune function, suggesting ways to improve health. In mice, zinc helps thymus of the immune system regrow and immune cell recovery after bone marrow transplant. Date, March 31st, 2022. Source, Fred Hutchinson, Cancer Research Center. The zinc immune boosting properties are well established, but scientists haven't known exactly how it works. The scientists now reveal two ways the mineral supports immunity and suggests how it can be used to improve health. By using mice, the team discovered that zinc is needed for the development of disease-fighting immune cells, called T cells, and prompts regeneration of the thymus, the immune organ that produces T cells. And this study adds to research knowledge of what zinc is actually doing in the immune system and suggests a new therapeutic strategy for improving recovery of the immune system. The study also revealed that an experimental compound that mimics zinc's action in this organ works even better than the natural mineral to promote immune recovery. Researchers are now looking into how zinc may fit in with other discoveries of how the immune system repairs itself and could eventually lead to therapies to improve immune function. For people who receive a blood stem cell transplant for a blood cancer, or people with chronic immune decline that accompanies aging, researchers have outlined the molecular pathways and cell types that govern how the immune system's thymus repairs itself after injury. And such treatments can improve vaccine efficacy and hasten thymic regeneration after stressors like chemotherapy, blood stem cell transplant, and radiation exposure. And since the scientists knew that low levels of zinc are linked to fewer infections, fighting T cells, and a shrunken thymus, where T cells develop, researchers explored how to supplement with zinc in mouse models where the immune system is damaged. Researchers had shown in a previous study that zinc can boost immune recovery in patients undergoing stem cell transplants for the blood cancer, multiple myeloma, but the study didn't explain why zinc was helping. As in humans, researchers found that the thymuses of mice deprived of dietary zinc shrink and produce notably fewer mature T cells, even after as little as 3 weeks of a no zinc diet. Researchers were able to show that without zinc, T cells cannot fully mature. Researchers also found that zinc deficiency slows recovery of T cell numbers after mice receive immune-destroying treatments akin to those given to patients about to receive a blood stem cell transplant. Conversely, extra zinc speeds this process and T cells recover faster than normal. The team saw a similar result in a mouse model of blood stem cell transplant. The team had a consistent result of a better reconstitution of the thymus and also a better reconstitution of T cells in the peripheral blood after zinc supplementation. But the team still didn't know how exactly zinc was working. The team discovered that it was a change in zinc levels around cells that release a key regenerative factor that seemed to kick off the thymus renewal process. The T cells accumulate zinc as they develop, but release it after a damaging event, like a burst of radiation, kills them all. The cells use a molecule called GPR39 to sense a change in external zinc, and the team found that an experimental compound that mimics rising external zinc levels by stimulating GPR39 can also promote renewal factor release, and thymic regeneration. What they think is going on is, as you give zinc supplementation that gets accumulated within the developing T cells, it gets stored and stored and stored. Then the damage comes along and the zinc is released. Now you have more zinc than you normally would, and it can instigate this regenerative pathway. And with the experimental compound, we can just directly target GPR 39 and basically get the same effect without any of that pre-treatment. There is still a lot to learn before they can turn their findings to therapeutic strategies. The transplant patients already receive mineral supplements, so if extra zinc were to be incorporated into their treatment regimens, it would be important to make sure that anyone receiving it is truly zinc deficient. The team thinks many patients might be, but right now there isn't a good test to assess this. The team is currently working on developing one, which would first be used to help our researchers determine whether patients' zinc status correlates with immune recovery after blood stem cell transplant. The team will pursue GPR 39 stimulating compounds as therapies to improve thymic recovery after acute injuries like pre-transplant radiation. The team is currently screening similar compounds to find any that may be more effective. The researchers are also working to determine whether such compounds can help with thymic regeneration in other settings. Unfortunately, our thymuses also slowly shrink and reduce their T cell output as we age. The team would also like to know whether this chronic degeneration could be slowed by boosting the organ's regenerative processes. The research laboratory is continuing to piece together the molecular players that contribute to thymus regrowth. Ultimately, they aim to develop therapies that trigger natural regeneration and restore immune health. Good day, this is Professor Will, CBMD PhD, on microbiology, bioinformatics, and pathophysiology. This video was created for educational purposes only. Hope you enjoyed listening. Until next time, have an awesome day.